Hey, what's up, family? This Tweezy the Don, welcoming you to the PhilosoFee Show. We'll be diving deep into the theme from 1979 to 2025, morality, standards, and mental distractions across eras. We'll be exploring how values and focus has changed over the generation.
Generational reflections. Now, let's delve deeper into these generational changes, from morals to mental health, and figure out how to thrive in today's world. Morality, then versus now. In 1979, many Americans adhered to more traditional values with a strong emphasis on family structure and community rules. Social norms were stricter. Fast forward to 2025, and we see more permissive and diverse society, but also more polarization on what's considered right or wrong. How have concepts like honor, integrity, and respect evolved? Are we more open-minded today, or have we lost some moral discipline along the way? Attention and mental distraction. Distractions were limited, perhaps TV, radio, or arcade games. Today, we're bombarded with constant smartphone notifications, social media updates, and 24/7 news cycles. Our attention spans have reportedly shortened in this digital age. Standards and expectations. Societal standards have shifted. In the past, there was more formality in dress codes and language, and a strong emphasis on work ethic. Today's norms are more casual, and expectations have changed regarding job stability and personal relationships. Today's norms are more casual, and expectations have changed regarding job stability and personal relationships. Do we expect too much convenience and instant gratification today? What old school standard do you still live by? Comment on your Facebook Live. What's something your parents did we need to bring back in 2025? Health, physical and mental. Health perspectives have transformed. In the late 70s, processed fast foods was on the rise, but obesity rates were lower. People engaged in more manual labor, yet topics like mental health were often taboo. In 2025, we have advanced medicine and fitness technology, but also more sedentary lifestyles and a mental health crisis. The emergence of stress-related illnesses and anxiety in modern times contrasts with the perhaps more active but less mentally aware approach of the past. However, there's now greater awareness of nutrition and mental wellness. Spiritual life and faith. Religious and spiritual engagement has also changed. In 1979, America saw higher church attendance and more traditional religious adherence. By 2025, fewer people participate in organized religion, but many explore personal spirituality, meditation, or diverse faiths. Is faith fading or evolving? Fewer people may sit in pews on Sunday, but many seek purpose through alternative spiritual practices. The need for meaning is timeless. Thriving in today's world. After reflecting on these changes, how do we not just survive but thrive in 2025? Maintain some old school values, keep your word, and build relationships. Call your family, don't just text. Discipline your attention. Set daily offline time. Read a book to improve focus. Uphold personal standards. Define your own code of ethics and live by it, even as society shifts. Prioritize health and spirit. Balance modern tech with physical activity and spiritual routines like prayer, journaling, or meditation to stay grounded. What's one thing from the past you'll adopt to better your life today? Commit publicly in the comments. Let's create accountability and community.
Let's take a moment to reflect. Imagine it's 1979. No internet, no smartphones. Just you and the people around you. Now fast forward to now, where we're all digitally connected. Are we more morally grounded now, or are we more mentally distracted than before? Have society's morality improved, declined, or simply changed since 1979? Think about the biggest shifts in moral values from then to now. Share your thoughts in the comments and on social media. Hashtag PhilosoFee Show with the $sign. This age of TikTok 10-second attention span, are we more informed or are we more distracted compared to 1979? How has technology impacted your ability to focus and find purpose? We want to know your answer. Hashtag PhilosoFee Show. Your feedback is invaluable. Some of you have reminisced about the strong community bonds in the past, while others appreciate the freedom and the openness of today. Let's keep the conversation going. This isn't just my show, it's your platform too.
St. Louis, we got something special for you. Vito's Dispensary, now official in STL. Louiswood Production is the official retailer for Vito Vibes right here in St. Louis. Special deals, $25 for 3.5 grams, 2 for $40. Vito's Dispensary. Vito Vibes to STL. Get in on the movement. Get in on the deals. For more deals, go to www.vitosdispensary.net.
Black and white. Not what you think. I had a dream. Kids playing outside. Innocent, wild, loud. But it turned quiet the moment they turned on me. No words were spoken, no reasons was given, like they'd rehearsed it before I even arrived. Black and white, not race, just contrast. Two tones that showed up when the illusion of gray fades. And in my life, the gray's been fading for a long time. See, I've been in rooms where I gave love and loyalty, only to be met with whispers behind curtains, shadows with names, smiles that rot behind the teeth. I've lifted others, held them up like a mirror showing them who they could be. And they nodded. They nodded hard. Told me that's who they were. But then they dropped the act and turned on me too. It's been that way in the underground. 8 years deep. Same cycle, different names. New smiles, same betrayal. I watched crews beef with others. Loud, messy wars in the alleyways of ego. Until one day, they turned the corner. And I was the enemy. But I never fired a shot. I just watched. Like I did in the dream, just stood there still, present, and they ran past me, ran at me, ran through me, black and white. And yeah, been in love. I've handed women their own life in words, spoke life into them, told them what I saw. Strength, grace, death. They repeated my words back to me like vows until time tested them, until my reflection made them uncomfortable, and suddenly I was too much. Too demanding, too real. Black and white. Not color, just clarity. Just the sharp lines between who people say they are and who they reveal themselves to be. But I ain't bitter. I'm awake. I see it now. I see them. I see me. And I realize maybe I was never meant to fit into the chaos of the gray. Maybe I was meant to stand between the black and white, not blending in, but becoming the contrast.
All right, y'all. That was the soliloquy, Black and White, Not What You Think. If you know me, you understand what I've been going through this last 7 to 8 years. It was all laid out in that soliloquy. I've learned from it, and to be honest with you, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Sometimes you just gotta let some steam off, and that's what I be doing with these soliloquies. And be looking out for the audio book, Memoirs of a Forgotten Father by Tweezy the Don.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another pretty day. Bowling Green as far as St. Louis. It is officially barbecue weather. Vito banging that boy Tweezy, huh? This is for King's Highway. Hell no, you don't see me in no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hate me where you be at. No, you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you won't see me if they tripping where you be at. That part. Invited, motherfucker, don't go. What you said, we were texting estimates. It is what it is, and make no mistakes. Goddamn club got where it starts too late. Overwhelmed by foo-foo, too grown to play. Enjoy sitting with friends, some real Uno. Skip, reverse, change the color, draw for more. Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be at. Fuck, you gon' see me and they hate where you be at. Now you don't see me as a sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they tripping where you be at. That part. That part. That part. That part.
When I step up in the place, that's guaranteed money. A lot of smiles and grins, but I don't see nothing funny. Had to cut them clowns short. No, I don't play dummy. Setting up the table cause I know the meal is coming. I don't fuck with who you fuck with, I don't see the point. If I'm smoking big blunts, why you rolling joints? Never legal with the promos, the people choice check for Bowling Green to Collegeville, I'm stamped. We later count why you hating on me, cause it's slated for me. Need to get up off your ass, you might get in my G. Stop supporting them lanes, put more time in the game. Stop that capping type shit and stop passing the blame. I can't fuck with no haters, I done did that way back. Heart open, no jack, but homie became straight rag. That's facts, so I move accordingly. Stay cornball free, man, you can't get close to me.
Hell no, you don't see me, ain't no money where you be me and they hating where you be at. Now you don't see me as sucker where you be at. No, you don't see me if they tripping where you be at. That part, 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 that part.
We are back. And when you see these papers shuffling, that means it's time for business. And I think this is one of the anticipated parts of the PhilosoFee Show when we start talking a little bit about politics, mainly about the guy with the orange hair. You know what I'm talking about. Trumpster. So, today, we're going to be talking about the price of power, tariffs, tax, and truth. Tariffs, tax, and truth. Yeah. I know you should know what tariffs are now, because Donald Trump was already talking about it before he got into office, and now he implemented it because the big red wave put him in office.
Ron, let's talk about China's 34% retaliation. The president posted this morning saying China panicked. How does China's move impact where this trade war goes next? Do we know?
We have some idea, although the president suggested late yesterday that if anyone offered a phenomenal deal, he would negotiate the tariffs away.
As in
and
TikTok?
that really didn't do much to it. As in TikTok, if we got a deal on TikTok, Amazon reportedly and others were interested in buying it from the Chinese company ByteDance. But Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, yesterday also said no country should retaliate, which was in some ways a veiled threat that our tariffs or import taxes could go up. So it's hard to see what the end game is here, Chris. There's quite frankly no rationale, no economic rationale for the way this has been put into place. It could be potentially damaging beyond what we currently consider if it goes into, as I said earlier, a full-blown trade war. But if China is going to retaliate, we could see retaliation from Japan, South Korea, possibly Taiwan, which would be unusual given that we are allies with them. And depending on what happens ultimately with Canada and Mexico, further retaliation there as well. So don't know the end game. Not quite sure what the point of this is, although the president has said several things. Number one, he would like to replace ultimately certain taxes with import taxes. He would like to raise revenue to finance tax cuts. Kind of hard to do that. It's not really compatible. This is a massive tax on the American people and certainly on American business.
I'm just hearing in my ear the Dow is down more than 1,700 points. That would be the highest level of drop, the biggest drop since these tariffs were announced, now down 1,713, 14, 22, 25. I'm going to stop looking at that right now. Let me ask you about this, Congressman, and drive this home for people. A guy named Dan Ives, he's an analyst for Wedbush Securities, released a post calling this economic Armageddon. And here's what he wrote. 50% China tariffs, 23% Taiwan tariffs would essentially cause a shutoff valve from U.S. tech landscape and in the process cause every electronic to go up 40 or 50% for consumers. iPhones in the U.S., made in the U.S., would cost $3,500 compared to $1,000 now. The stock market, as we know, is not the economy, but if prices go up anywhere near that amount, can the Republicans message their way out of this?
No, they can't. This is simply a massive tax increase by any measure. The tariff is a tax. And what did we not learn from Smoot-Hawley of 1930? These tariffs are going to reduce imports. There's no question about that. But it will also lead to a contraction of the economy. During the Great Depression, you know what? We ran trade surpluses, but did anybody care when we had 20% unemployment? No, they didn't. It was a mistake. And everybody acknowledges it. So why are we doing it again? This is not only dumb, but it is destructive. And then we got this piece of paper from the administration saying, calculating these rates that aren't even based on what the other countries are tariffing us at. So this makes no sense at all. Republicans in Congress should reclaim their Article 1 authority and insist they could pass a bill that would say that the president could not impose any tariffs in the name of national security or national emergencies without the vote of the U.S. Congress. That's how they need to reclaim this authority. They have to push back because this is going to cost them in the elections.
So, Ron, I also want to ask you about something else the president posted today. He said this would be, I'm quoting here, a perfect time for Fed Chair Jerome Powell to cut interest rates. And here's what Powell said today.
It's a good time to take a step back and let things clarify. That's why it's just too soon to say what the appropriate monetary policy response will be to these new policies. It is just too soon to say. We can't say with any confidence today. We're watching to see what the policies turn out to be and the ways in which they will affect the economy, and then we'll be able to act.
Maybe you heard it differently, but Ron, it doesn't sound to me like Powell is in any hurry to act.
He admitted that he's in no rush, and he said some other things as well, which was that the Federal Reserve has to analyze which event would be bigger for them with respect to their dual mandate. They're supposed to maintain maximum sustainable employment and also stable prices. So if inflation were the bigger worry and ran away to the upside because of the import taxes, the Fed would focus on inflation, which would mean raising interest rates potentially. If there were more jobs lost and the greater possibility of recession deepening, the Fed would be inclined to cut interest rates. Now, the market's making bets that the Fed may cut as many as 3 to 5 times this year. They may be a little over their skis, but it really depends on how these import taxes affect the economy overall. And so he's threading a needle here. He's not, and he admitted that he would not comment on any publicly elected officials' statements. The president has been trying to push the Fed to lower interest rates since he's gotten into office. They've done it, obviously since a little bit since last June, but they're on pause right now, waiting to see the effects of this. I mean, most of us, I think, assume a recession is going to be a more powerful input than inflation. But we'll have to wait and see, as the Fed chair said, and they're just not in a rush to make a precipitous move here.
Ron, when we came on the air, we were down 1,600. We're now 1,850. It's gone up almost 100 points since you started talking. What's happening?
Yeah.
Recent tariff decisions has been framed as strategic moves. But let's see who really burned the brunt of these decisions. Let's go ahead and unpack it. You see me do this, that means I'm going to the facts right here. China has responded to the U.S. by imposing 34% tariffs on all American imports. And of course, as you heard on the video, Trump claimed they're panicking. I think it's just what they do if you do this. If somebody punch you in the face, they're going to punch back. Unless they're, whatever. I ain't gonna say unless they're what, but you know what I'm saying. Read between the lines. And I'm gonna just say, let's pause though. When they put a 34% tariff, who got to pay for that? That's my question to y'all. And when he raises those tariffs, as you can see, this is not me making nothing up. He raised the tariffs on China. They raised the tariffs on America. I mean, it's simple. Who gonna have to pay for that? I'm just saying. Now, how do you perceive these escalating tariffs affecting your daily life? In the video, you heard about the boy Dan Ives from Wedbush Security. He didn't mince words. He called it an economic Armageddon. Now listen to the breakdown if you didn't hear it in the videos. This is what Trump's doing. 50% tariffs on Chinese goods, 23% on Taiwanese products. Okay? This isn't just applying pressure to the foreigners. It's applying pressure to us. With those type of tariff rises, and they come back and hit us with, 34% tariffs, which China is saying they're doing it, our iPhone's gonna cost like $3,500. Are you good with that? Just asking. The red waivers. I know it ain't good with me. I didn't vote for them. All right, would you invest in higher price electronics under these circumstances? Why or why not? Hashtag PhilosoFee Show. We want to know your answers. And this is why they say make America great again. He trying to go back and do things that is not adaptable to today. I'll just say it plainly like that, to the day. So I'm going to read this, man. During the Great Depression, the U.S. had trade surpluses, but also faced 20% unemployment. Trade victories mean little when family struggles to put food on the table. It's widely acknowledged that such tariff strategies were missteps. So why are we retracing the steps now? And I'm going to tell you this. Look up Trump's book, and you will know what he's doing. I'm going to say this. Everybody who says this man is a great businessman, no. He's a great negotiator. Well, let me stop. I'm saying he's a great negotiator. He's a great negotiator when it comes to people who don't have, who are powerless. Let's say that. He's a great businessman when it comes to people who are stupid. And I'm not gonna, I mean that. When he can get over on somebody, he's a great businessman. He's a great negotiator. But if somebody has power just like him or know what they're doing, they don't vote for him. And I put some on, I can't tell with some people if they're talking about me or they talking about Trump sometimes, because they say certain things and it's like, okay, if you were smart, you would understand that this man is playing you. But, some people don't want to have that type of, their ego is too big, so they don't want to think that they're getting fooled. The big red wave. And I want the people who voted for him to comment on these things, because I want to know, have you witnessed any of the prices going down or up? I want to know, because I thought you voted him in to help the American people. Okay? Now, this administration's recent statements reveal tariff rates that don't align with those imposed on us by other countries. It's not just about numbers, it's about the logic or lack thereof behind them. Shouldn't Congress step up and exercise its authority to check these executive decisions? We can't let national security be a blanket justification while everyday Americans shoulder the cost. All right, now, yeah, I'm scratching my beard for a reason, because I'm kind of confused, but not. American people, look up what he's doing. He's just throwing numbers out there just like he did on his taxes. He only paid $750,000 over 7 years or whatever. Well, $750, my bad. I said 1,000. Silly me. $750. Look it up. It's facts. Back in when he first got into office. It's because he just throw numbers in there to fudge what he got to pay. That's what he's doing as the president. He's up there scamming. If you don't know this, I'm sorry. And you can be in your feelings and have your egos all you want. I'm just telling you the truth. If you do your research on Donald Trump, you know what he does. Trump school, casinos. I mean, I'm just saying. All right. Should there be more checks and balances on executive trade decisions? Share your thoughts. You know my thoughts. Yes. And listen, I'm all for giving people a chance to do what they got to do. But if it makes me have to pay $8, $5 for gas, $8 for eggs, $3,500 for an iPhone, I'm not willing to pay that. Don't try to wrap this up as patriotism when all you doing is stealing from the people. So I'm gonna go there with that. All right, now we finna go to this another part of his plan, which I'm seeing he trying to set up. The Federal Reserve stance. Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserves, they could cut interest rate to alleviate some pressure, but this is what Powell said. It's too soon to say what will be the appropriate path for the monetary policy. Yeah, that's not exactly reassuring. And I already see what Trump is doing. When these prices do go up, and they're gonna go up, that's obvious. He gonna blame it on the Federal Reserve. They could lower the interest rate to do this, so we can get more loans and get more in debt as a people. That's what he's gonna do, because we so, as a society, we are so, like, some people think we are so low right now that if somebody give you a loan and you get in more debt, you don't, your minds are it's ridiculous how low our morality and how low we actually think of our government. Our government before Trump, to me, was making a lot of good strides. But we are so caught up in the social media and our egos that we minimize what was really going on, and we didn't appreciate what we have. So now Trump is gonna take it. He gonna ying it from you. And you know what? The big red wave is why he's being able to do it. You know what I'm talking about, the big red wave? You Republicans. Now, I'm going to give props to some Republicans who stepped away from Trump. I give y'all that. But it was a whole bunch of other people that was semi-Democrats or whatever the case may be that boasted him up like he was better than what we had. Biden and Kamala Harris were more morally grounded than Donald Trump. And in this world today, I even see it on Facebook, you can't talk bad about Trump. Well, some people can't even talk bad about Trump without saying, well, all of them like that. No, they're not. Sorry. If that's the case, we're all stupid then. If all of them like Trump, then all of us are stupid. You know, you got to have the discernment to figure out who is better than who has more morality than who. You got a prosecuting attorney and a scam artist, but they're both the same. You have Joe Biden, who helped the working class, and then you got a self-proclaimed billionaire who don't give a damn about the working class, but he's better, or they're all the same. Come on, man. Get your heads out your asses. Wake up, because America and democracy and your pocketbooks are being hijacked. All right. Now back to that, man. If tariff spikes inflations, they might raise the rates. If jobs vanishes and recession looms, they could cut the rates. Essentially, we're all in a holding pattern, awaiting the fallout. Typical Trumpness. Typical Trump. So we that's what I'm just saying. They waiting on the problem to happen, and then they'll make their move, and then that's just a little piece. What if you don't got no house or you not getting loans? Them interest rates don't mean a darn thing. Oh my goodness. We are at a crossroad where economic hardship is being spun as patriotism. But let's ask ourselves, how much are we, the people, willing to sacrifice to win a trade war, honestly? And in this scenario, who truly emerges victorious if the average citizen is on the losing end? I'm just saying, man.
16-pad ring. You a fool for this. You know I had to go get the steppers, right?
We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. In the beginning that was life, so I was let's be friends. But at the end of the night, it was about my ends. I'm on the ground with my grind. You think the night of I'm great. The only thing you can do is up the level on hay. Trump supporters want to clean our plates. Disguise the debate. Killing delay. We on the slate team. And we ain't talking about holidays. Not for gunplay, but money making their way. But if you want to take it thorough, we can make it rattle. We prepare the cattle, and we are best at battle. They said was gossip when you brought me in this, but it's my everyday struggle that got me this. It was my mama on welfare, my daddy on crack rock. The grind don't stop. I was raised by hip hop. This one for the culture, black excellent hood nurture. We was raised with virtue. It's our time to take over. God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God.
Crack the side of lines then, put the paper to pen. We form Voltron, legal women and men. Destroying competition with the devilish grin. Set the pace in the race cause we winning again. We the best Midwest, house blessings bestow. Dominate the interstate so these suckers will know. You can't penetrate or integrate, the dungeon is closed. Okay, we liquidate, now you're living exposed. Technique, when we speak, rap rugged and raw. Transparent and translucent, going bar for bar. Right like two wheels on the back of a car. Like tight like vice grips on the lid of a jar. We haven't sent, pay the rent, courtesy of the team. It's inevitable, how we severing dreams. It's commendable, how we stepped on the scene. We separating God shit from your devilish schemes.
We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God. We talking God shit. Who you with when life is limitless? You built the script simultaneously while you lift the gift. Trust and I, only I can get us out this hill.
What's that you talk?
You know we only talking God shit.
Yeah, God shit. Great orderly direction. Showing you how intelligence triumphs. God shit.
I hope you all enjoyed the PhilosoFee Show today. I enjoyed you all. Thank you for the comments and your reflections. We went over morality standards and mental distractions over the 1979 to now era. And we also talked about Donald Trump wage on us, the people, with these tariffs. I just want to say, stay connected, keep your mind clear, and feed your spirit. Take you some social media breaks too. Take some social media breaks Drink you more water. Love yourself. Pick up a phone. Call your grandma. Talk about them days. You know, there's nothing wrong with connecting with your past, because the past is a connection to the future. Okay? I'm Tweezy the Don, and I'm signing off of the PhilosoFee Show. Peace, love, and blessings. See you next time.
Hi, I am CEO of Louis Wood Production, Tweezy the Don. At Louis Wood Production, we specialize in bringing visionary content to life through cutting-edge media, production, and event management. Based in St. Louis, Missouri, we are dedicated to showcasing authentic stories, uplifting creatives, and giving a platform to artists, entrepreneurs, and entertainers who deserve the spotlight. Our work spans across music, podcasts, live events, and digital media in partnership with Village Global Network to ensure your talent reaches worldwide audience. What we offer: high-quality video and audio production, innovative podcast creation and management, artist promotion and development, event planning and execution. With over 8 years of experience, our team is passionate about fostering community, creativity, and connection. Whether you are an artist looking to amplify your voice or a brand seeking impactful sponsorship opportunities, Louis Wood Production is your one-stop shop for success. Let's create something extraordinary together.
She sexy like the ride. She slid in my ride.